actually pump your drums like this, or you can completely obliterate them. So the plugin that I'm talking about is Berzerk from Waves. This is a distortion plugin that I've been using since it came out. I have to be honest with you, and I was really impressed. Now Waves are going to offer this plugin for free for 48 hours for all of my subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe, and I'm going to have a link down below with all the instructions on how you can get your free plugin. Waves is not sponsoring this video, by the way. This is not a sponsor video. They kindly offer the plugin for free for 48 hours. Today I'm going to show you how I use this plugin to mangle drums. And for these examples, I'm going to be using my own Modern 80s drum kit. If you want to support the channel, you can grab a copy of my Modern 80s drum kit or the Apollo library for Pad Shop 2. I would really appreciate it if you like them. And this way you're supporting the channel. Like I said, this video is not sponsored. No money has changed hands. So I'm going to play the Modern 80s drum kit. I'm not going to add any sources at this stage. Let me show you some presets that I've created. I have this one called Dom Drums Mega Fatness. And of course, feel free to copy the settings when you get this plugin for free. Let's have a listen. You can change the temperature, brighter or warmer, and I can just blend it into the track with the rest of the drums. Dom Drums Sucker. You will see why I call it this way. This time I'm using the upward compression and the rider to create this kind of sucky effect. And the only thing you have to do is play a little bit with the threshold until you find the sweet spot. If you play with the go button, it also gives you quite a few variations. Let's try the hat remover. So this eliminates the hi-hat, but it gives the drums a nice body. And the last one, it's called Dom Synth Drums. In this case, I'm using the feedback right here to add some really interesting oscillator effects. One cool trick that I want to show you straight away is this go button here. Now, depending on the density, this is going to give you a different type of curve here in the distortion. So you can basically have so many different combinations, and depending on the character, this is going to give you even more colors to play with. So let me show you. So I really like the clipped character because this allows me to give the drums a lot of thump, a lot of body, and you know, it gives you this kind of clipped converter kind of sound. I really like this, but of course it's very extreme. So let me show you some tricks that I like to do with this plugin to get some really unique sounds. One of my favorite things about this plugin is this section, the dynamic section. This is the first thing that I discovered when I first tried it, and I was like, this is really creative. Because what you can do is you can change the way that the distortion is being triggered. So for example, you can have it up or down. So let me show you how it looks. Let me blend it in. And you can see what's going on here. See? So I can say, okay, this is not actually frequencies. This is just the level. And let me give you a very quick example. I'm going to turn blend all the way up so that we can get the maximum effect. And let me show you some really cool things that you can do here. Now, when you set these controls to up and rider, that means that the loud sounds are not going to be distorted and the softer sounds, the low-level information, is going to be distorted. This can give you some really interesting effects. Let me show you. Play with the threshold. So what is getting distorted right now is the hi-hats, the tails from the toms, but the kick drum and the snare are quite clean. So let me go for a different character. Let's go for the fast one. See why I love this plugin? This is so hard to recreate in any other way. This dynamic section is golden. Now check what happens if I turn this one to downwards. So that means we're going to get downward compression and dynamic, which means we're going to get less distortion. Let's have a listen. And now what I'm going to get is a kind of a super interesting gate effect. So I can just pinpoint the kick drum and the snare, and then if I want to, I can mix it in with the original drums. So I don't have these kind of super distorted hi-hats making my drums mushy. I only have pinpointed the kick drum and the snare. And this way I can create some really interesting and really distorted sounds. Maybe add a tiny bit of it. You know, sometimes I'd like to add just a hair of this. Especially in a busy mix, this can really allow you to change the sound of your drums and make them sound a little bit more aggressive, you know? Now, I'm going to add a little bit of the sauces on my Dominator drum kit and show you how you can add some warmth to these drums. I'm going to go for a full reset, and let's go ahead and add some of the sauces on my Dominator drum kit. Little bit of snare sauce. Maybe add a little bit of reverb. And some hats animation. So now that I've added this reverb and I added a little bit of punch to the snare with the sauces here, I'm going to show you how I use this subtly to add a little bit more oomph to my drums. So what I'm doing here is I have the buzzed character, I'm adding a little bit of drive, and I have the dynamics set like this. So now I'm going to affect all the tails from this drum kit. Let me show you. And now I'm gonna blend it in. So, without it. You know, I'm going to save this preset. Why not? Dom, drum, tails. Let's have a listen. want, I can add some EQ. You can use this plugin in a subtle way, or you can completely go berserk, no pun intended. This is great for 808 kick drums, it's great for vocals, it's great for synths, but I wanted to show you the drums, because with drums it's very obvious that you can go on the subtle side of things or go completely nuts with it. So you can actually pump your drums like this. Or you can completely obliterate them. The same drum kit, one plugin, but what a sound, right? So like I said, my friends, this is going to be free for all of my subscribers for 48 hours only. So please don't miss this chance. I'm going to have everything that you need down below. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you have loads of fun with this free plugin. I'm so happy that I can give something back to you. And of course, many thanks to Waves for providing this plugin for free. Thanks so much for watching, my friends. If you like this video and you like the plugin, leave a like down below. I would really appreciate it. If you like this t-shirt, I'm going to have a link down below as well. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time. Bye!